Going to start out here with a little lay of the land, just to show you that Charlie Brown does absolutely indeed supervise all video productions here. Okay, now I am going to be mounting my ZV-1 camera on this ULANZI pole here so we can video opening up some of my new ULANZI goodies there. And if you notice, I got my ULANZI K3 LED lamp, adding some light to our subject matter here. So you get the overall lay of the land. Charlie Brown's in charge. I'll be mounting the camera to there, and then I'll be opening up and talking about these goodies here. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is the ULANZI camera desk mount stand with flexible arm. Okay, and I guess this is their weird serial number for it, X00200WB409. Okay, so let's open this up and have a look. Okay. You can see, or I don't know if you can see, but this is a little ball head. This is the arm. This is the desk mount. And the extension arm for height. So what we basically have here is a swing arm that swings out. Okay, and that arm mounts to this pole. So you can see we've got the swing arm mounted on the riser pole, and the arm would extend out like that. Okay, now what's different about this than the other poles is this is more stable in the downward direction. Otherwise it has no place to go downwards. It only swings basically in and out, or left and right, or however you want to describe it. But once this is secured, okay, the up and down height here does not change. So whereas with the other ULANZI poles, you can kind of get some flex in the up and down here. Now on the end of the arm, if we take off this black cap, you can see there's a 1/4 thread there, which is for most camera mounts or whatever. So theoretically I could mount my Sony ZV-1 camera right on this thread. But this kit also comes with a ball head, whereas now you've got some flex for your camera out on the end. There, you can get a better view of the ball head. On the end of the flex arm. This other pole goes on the end here just to add more height to the overall pole, and the end of this pole also has a 1/4. So you can see the end of this pole also has a 1/4 thread mount there. Okay, So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mount this swing arm and put the camera on it so we could see it in action with the camera. So this is still a Charlie Brown video production, and here's the swing arm above Charlie. You can see I've got it mounted here, and the swing arm basically just swings out and in. Of course, we've got the clamps here that can tighten each joint, but you can see what you can do here. And as I said, the real nice thing about this is it's pretty stable in the up and down. Okay, I'm putting like 10 pounds of force on it right now, and it's stable. So we're going to put the camera on the end here, and we're going to keep on talking about the rest. See, the camera autofocuses on my finger. But we're going to keep on talking about the rest of these products here when we mount the camera here on the end of the swing arm. Charlie's still with us, and he's demanding some scratching. But we're going to talk about this Lso4 Flexible Arm. Okay, and how it's different than what you're looking at here. This was basically the Lso8 arm and mount. So you can see the Lso4 is also two pieces. Okay. And actually, the first piece I'm unbagging here, you'll notice, is identical to the arm with the Lso8. So that part's the same. What's different about this, is the end of the riser or the mounting arm is got like a pole clamp. Okay, you can see it's a pole clamp that will open and close. And what this clamp is designed to do is go around any of your other poles, okay, and clamp to it and give you a good, again, if you think about that downward, with this clamp to the pole, you're not getting any movement here, and it's coming straight out and across. And of course, this has got a standard ball head or joint here, and that's what's different about the Lso4. So the Lso4 will mount to these other poles. Okay, they mount to the pole themselves. Okay, so you can do something like this. Take the Lso4 and yep, here comes Charlie Brown into the picture. We knew this was going to happen. Charlie Brown's got to supervise all video productions. So you can take the Lso4 and attach it to the Lso8 riser, okay, and you've got kind of a double action going on here, whereas you can have two different items out there. Okay. And if you noticed over there, I've got another LSO arm. I got two of these. Okay. So this is just getting into like an erector set situation, whereas actually with all of these ULANZI products, you can pretty much mix and match them, or hook them up or reconnect them however you'd like. Okay, and yeah, there's Charlie. What do you think, Charlie? You like all these poles? Yep. There's the video supervisor. Production supervisor right there, Charlie Brown, inspecting everything. So if you notice, I've got another box here. Another ball head. Another ULANZI ball head product. And you can see this is basically a much fancier, much more sophisticated, much more better built ball head than the other ones that they're basically giving you with their products for free. This ball head is really well machined, well made, as in really all the ULANZI products. But yeah, that's a really nice ball head there. Okay. And of course it's got the 1/4 mount up on top. Okay. This is the ULANZI VIJIM VL196 light, LED light. Okay. What we're lighting this box with right now is the K3 light, but this light is got a little bit more sophisticated, a little more features. So we'll just open this up and have a look. So here is the VL196 LED light. It's not powered up, of course, at the moment. And it's got a 1/4 threaded hole here at the bottom, and it comes with a mount. Okay, this is like a plastic ball head, pretty cheap, and as I just showed you, I've got a more sophisticated or better ball head. But that can mount to the bottom of the light. Okay, and what they also give you are like these silicone rubber pads or overlays or diffusers. I guess you could get a diffused effect. This would go on front of the light as a diffuser. Okay, this is kind of an octagon diffuser or whatever, different effects. I guess we'll see all that if we get this thing to power up. Now this thing is supposed to have a battery in it that needs charging, I assume. Well, maybe not. Looks like it has some charge already in there. You can see there's a display on the back of it where you can set the color temperature. You can see it'll go to a reddish. to various types of white. So it's got RGB mode. You can see we've got kind of a green thing going on here. And it looks like it's got some flashing patterns. Kind of a disco type of thing going on. So you can see I put the diffuser on. Okay. That's kind of in a green range. Okay. Got kind of the reddish action going on. So this is a red, green, blue. Okay, red, green, blue LED type of light setup. Okay, with some diffusers that you can use and make all kinds of effects. So it's a little bit more fancier than the K3 light. So I put on the black diffuser, which kind of gives it the honeycomb effect there. Okay, so there you go. It's a neat little light. So I guess Charlie, our video producer, is allowed to nap on the job while his minions do all the work. Okay, bringing in on our swing arm to have a look. So there's some of the new items. The VL196 light, new ball head, and the Lso4. This is the Lso4 pole mount on the Lso8 riser. So giving you more flexibility in the setup. So you can have a look around and see Charlie's still supervising. Our highly motivated video supervisor. And here's that swing arm we just got. We just had the Sony ZV-1 mounted on there. And we were talking about these products here. That better ball joint would replace this one here, or it could. I mean, I could put it there, or I could use it elsewhere. Charlie wanted me to remind you that the VL196 light is a USB cord that plugs into one of your standard power adapters, power supplies that everybody seems to have a lot of these days. I know that other cable you see there plugs into the camera, and the same USB power supply would charge the battery in the VL196 light. Let's see, it plugs in. Let's see a battery charging icon going on there. This is a pretty nice little unit. Seems like it's going to have lots of uses. Another piece from my erector set here of all the ULANZI stuff is Charlie settling in with it. You can see here is the ULANZI swing arm mounted to the end of my work surface here. And loosen up these things, and you can see how this arm swings out above Charlie. Huh? What do you think, Charlie? You want to jump up on it? Yeah. I think Charlie's attracted there. But you can see how this works. You can see this is the ULANZI Lso8 riser with the Lso4 pole arm attachment on it, and this is one of the Lso8 poles, and you can see it's next to my ULANZI swing arm, and you're starting to get a feel for all the options I have, all the mix and matches, and actually there's much more. Okay, I can get really crazy. Well, we're just giving you the basics here, okay? But the new today is this Lso4 arm here, okay? How it mounts to the poles, okay? All right, and we got the swing arm. That'll swing out into the action. And we got Charlie Brown giving himself a bath. Is that what video supervisors do, dude?